Welcome, new and returning listeners, to today's episode of the Black Business Roundtable. I am your host, broadcasting to you live from the city of Oakland, California, city of diversity, inclusion, and people who fight for what's right. Today is a 1 hour broadcast discussing the CADEM State Convention, which I was attending over the Memorial Day weekend. And also, we're going to welcome back guest Barack Obama Shaw here to discuss Ring of Truth 2026. If you did not catch last week's show with Marcus Flowers of Georgia and founder of Mission Democracy, I love that. See show links in show online description. A very loud shout out to my sister and longtime co-host that keeps me mentally strong like no other, and our mental health consultant guru. I saved that introduction, of course, for my co-host, my friend, my sister, my colleague, Dr. Ashley Coleman, Doctor of Psychology. My sister, we miss you and look forward to seeing you back for our upcoming anniversary show. Stay tuned for the exact date. Hashtag mental health, hashtag CADEM, and that's CADEM 2023. Hashtag Miss in Democracy. You go, Mr. Marcus Flowers. We support you here on Black Business Roundtable on blackusa.news. Our sincere thank you, as always, to Mr. Donnie Glover of blackusa.news for the honor of the Black Business Roundtable being a part of your growing network dedicated to bringing the real, unfiltered news before the news. Hashtag blackusa.news. Hashtag Donnie Glover YouTube /Donnie Glover. Dr. Ashley, we look forward to having you on, making sure to remember to share these important contacts while you are not here, giving our audience the mental health that they need. Audience, if you have a broken leg, you go see a doctor. If you had a cavity that was causing you excruciating pain, you go see a dentist. If you have a splinter in your brain, signs of suicide, depression, anxiety, please call 988, as it is a suicide and crisis hotline, and available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Text, chat. Women in our audience looking for a therapist, please call or visit their website at therapyforblackgirls.com. Therapyforblackgirls.com. And men in our audience looking for a therapist, therapyforblackmen.org. Once again, therapyforblackmen.org. This week's Black Business Roundtable thumbs up goes to the bipartisan effort to raise the debt ceiling. Hashtag POTUS, POTUS, hashtag VP, hashtag House Democrats. This week's Black Business Roundtable thumbs down goes to who made the Black Business Roundtable Naughty List 2023 this week? The Republicans and Mr. Kevin McCarthy, sharing that all that was not done in the final for the debt ceiling negotiation that he did not get, he was working for immediately to get things done. Hashtag Speaker McCarthy, hashtag House GOP. Don't receive thumbs down in hashtag the town. Do better. You are welcome we welcome you to come and talk with us about it and make it right. Hashtag BBRT Naughty List, hashtag BBRT Naughty List 2023. Today's show highlights, I will share my experience attending the California Democratic Party State Convention 2023, and Barack Obama Shaw is here to discuss Ring of Truth 2026. Let's get started right here on the Black Business Roundtable, June 1st, 2023 podcast show. Our show guests today would include Therapeutic Thursdays. We'll return soon with Dr. Ashley Coleman, Doctor of Psychology, as I can't wait. Woosah, Dr. Ashley. Woosah, I need you. And last but definitely not least, Barack D. Obama Shaw. See him on Instagram at Barack Denzel, hashtag Barack Denzel, or Facebook Barack Denzel, hashtag Barack Obama 4, and that's the numeral 4, GOVCA, hashtag Young Obama Shaw, and visit their website at pricelesspolitics.com. Now, for the national political highlights, sharing my experience at the May 25th through May 28th California Democratic Party State Convention in Los Angeles 2023 at the J.W. Merritt LA Live and the Los Angeles Convention Center. Who is attending? California Democratic leaders, including Governor Gavin Newsom, Speaker Emerita Nancy Pelosi, 2023 to 2025 Democratic State Central Committee delegates, which I am a delegate, and California Democratic Party activists and organizers. Local, Ms. Madam D.A. Pamela Price of Alameda County District Attorney's Office. Elisa Victory Esquire, as she has a show every other week on the Black Business Roundtable, Victory's Corner. And last but definitely not least, Mr. Kalima Pryforce, Honorable Mr. Kalima Pryforce, City Council member in Emeryville, California. Whom did you meet? Well, let me tell you who I met. I met the powerful congressional representative of the state of California, Katie Porter. She and I had an opportunity to briefly talk. Beautiful person, strong personality. She spoke powerful about defending those people who are not being defended by politicians who get in office and forget the people who got them in office. Adam Schiff, congressional representative for the state of California. Also had an opportunity to talk with delegates from all across this state. I learned after attending the California Democratic Party that we have got to stop agonizing and start organizing. What surprised me most about the convention was we always talk about how politics costs, the fees to register, the fees to attend the different caucuses. And a caucus is a group of people who get together to work for a common goal, whether it be the LGBTQ plus people, the Black caucus, the Hispanic caucus, the Asian caucus, AAPI caucus. For those of you who did not know, they have what is called a fee waiver. And what that is designed to do, if you cannot afford to pay the California Democratic Party cost for membership fees, to join caucuses, etc., they have fee waivers. So there is no need for you to worry about, can I afford to go or can I afford to attend? For those of you who live down in LA, and this November, we're having another caucus in Sacramento. Please share with friends, loved ones, and others. When you go to these Democratic Party conventions in the state of California, ask for a fee waiver. Ask for a fee waiver. There is no excuse if you live in the town where your California Democratic Party convention is going down for you not to attend. It was an awesome time. We met some great people. The ILWU Southern California District Council was in the house. We had people who were fighting for rent control in the house. We had workers organization fighting for workers' rights in the house. We had union in the house. We had democracy in the house. It is time for Oakland, County of Alameda, State of California, and all across the United States to make a stand. Right now, democracy is being challenged. Fascism is trying to be the okay thing now. Remember, when Trump was in office, just remember Hitler was initially voted in by the people. And how did that turn out? It is your job to fight for democracy, to vote, to start in your neighborhood. Talk to your neighbors. Have meetings at your community centers. Go to your school board meetings and know who the school board representatives are. Attend city council meetings. Know who your mayor is and what he or she is or is not doing. Know who your county board of supervisors are. Know who your assembly representatives are. Know who your state senators are. Know who your United States congressional representatives are. Know who your U.S. senator are. Audience, let's be clear. There are people in this country who hope that you stay ignorant. Ignorant to understanding our political power. And if we don't have it, we are not sitting at the table. We are on the menu. Once again, if we do not have political power, we are on the menu. Thank you. This event that I attended at the convention, it energized me. When you hear what's going on in your neighborhood, in your community, in your city, in your county, on a political level, how dollars can flow into your neighborhoods to help clean the streets, clean the parks, and have working playground apparatus. How your city council person and your mayor can make a difference in government contracting. We still have a blatant problem here in Oakland, even under the new administration and with the new city council. And I will be pointing that out as time goes on. We have an administration that is not even listening to the voices of the masses of people who are suffering from lack of contracts. Yes, lack of contracts. Oakland used to have a goal of 25% mentor protege participation on all multi-million-dollar government contracts. And guess what? The people who work for this city, contract compliance, has moved it down to 5%, continuing the backslide of inclusion, diversity, and equity for all people, and especially Black people. And I will be addressing that in the weeks and months to come. So this is a gunshot over your bow for those of you who are listening. We voted the last administration out because of what's going on now. So you have been warned. Thank you. I was disappointed as no event is perfect, but less than 1% of delegates, as Elisa Victory and Victory's Corner stated, are Black and African American. Audience, whether you live in Oakland, California, the county of Alameda, the state, this great state of California, or any of the states in the United States of America, it is your duty to get out there and be a part of the process. Black America, we are at the bottom of everything in this country and in the world. And that's because we do not participate. We would rather go to a concert than to improve the quality of life for not only ourselves, but our kids and our grandkids. So I hope you take this to heart. Participate and have a seat at the table, or be on the menu and we get eaten up. And now for the news of the day. On this day, June 1st, 1921, white mob in Tulsa destroys Black. What? Hey, I was just talking about that. White mob in Tulsa destroys Black community, kills hundreds of people. Visit this and listen to the rest of this story, courtesy of EJI, Equal Justice Initiative. Visit their website at eji.org for more information and to read the full story of this day in our Black and Brown history. Hashtag EJI, hashtag Equal Justice Initiative. Now, we are waiting for our guest who should be showing up shortly, Mr. Barack D. Obama Shaw. But while we prepare for his appearance on the show, let me be clear in regards to in regards to my attendance to the California Democratic Party convention at the LA Convention Center this past weekend. And let me tell you something. I could have been doing a host of other things. This was a holiday weekend. I could have been barbecuing at the lake. I could have been up in Las Vegas, but I chose to attend an event that in my heart, I know that I must do to fight for the rights of people who look like people who come on this show. Black and brown men and women in my community, in my neighborhood, in the city of Oakland, county of Alameda, and the state of California, and all across America. We are steady declining economically. We are steady declining health-wise. We obesity. Let me just be brutally blunt here. Obesity in the Black community is causing a number of deaths. Heart attacks, clogged veins because of poor eating habits, because we don't have good grocery stores in Black communities. Understanding that when you have control of politics in your neighborhood, in your community, you're going to have grocery stores with fresh vegetables and fruits. You're going to have grocery stores with good meats. You're going to have grocery stores that are designed to put in your body that's going to give you long life and good health. I'm going to say this because I see our special guest has just showed up. I'm going to put this out there today. Today I went to the hospital for a checkup. And let me be clear here, audience. I saw more obesity people here than I would see at a obesity farm anywhere in this county, state, and country. And a lot of them were Black. So this is not an attack on Black obesity. This is a fight to save your life. If we don't start eating healthy, taking better care of our bodies, we're going to die. And that's just a fact. Obesity in the Black community, I believe, is worse out of any other race, nationality in the world. In the world, Craig, in the world. To that note, I would like to read the bio of Mr. Barack D. Obama Shaw, who's going to be helping me host the show, our 1 hour special today. Ex-military, patriot, self-employed, studied at Texas Southern University, and resides in Alameda, California, which is just outside of Oakland, California, our sister city. He is originally from Houston, Texas, but we are fortunate to have him here in the Bay Area fighting for our people and for all people, trying to make a difference in California. I met him in front of a grocery store by himself, and let me tell you, audience, when I heard the message that he was giving out, I had to stand behind this magnificent, intelligent, articulate, powerful man who is fighting for all people to have a fair piece of the American pie. Not crumbs, but a fair slice. A fair slice. I'd like to welcome back Mr. Obama Shaw for governor of California 2026. FP PCID 1456893. Welcome back, Mr. Barack D. Obama Shaw. How you doing, man?
I'm excellent. I'm and just loving life and glad to be here.
I hope I gave you the introduction you so richly deserve.
Hey, no complaints over here. It's awesome.
Before we get started, we're only doing a 1 hour show, but I want to share this with you. We're having our next Democratic convention in November. You couldn't make it to the one in LA, but I got that big truck. So I'm
Okay.
going to make sure I got a
Yeah.
seat for you because it's only
Okay.
about 45 minutes, an hour away from Oakland. So we can ride
Uh-huh.
down there in the morning and come back at night and ride down there the next day because it's usually 3 to 4 days. Would you be
Oh,
willing to ride with me so we can get your word out there and get a booth for you?
let's roll. Let's make it happen.
Okay, audience, you heard it right here. Breaking news: Barack D. Obama Shaw running for California will be at the next California Democratic Party convention in Sacramento, California, and we're going to make sure we talk to the California Democratic Party to get you a booth. So not only do you get the votes from the people, but you start getting delegate votes.
All right.
Hey, brother, I told you we got you here on the Black Business Roundtable
Right.
because
Outstanding.
once you go to the convention and people can meet you. See, before we get into this, I didn't meet any person running for governor in a booth down there, and that was disheartening. If you're trying to run this state, you need to be like this man here, sitting at the grocery store, sitting at the convention center, Democratic Party Convention Center, introducing yourself so we can hear what you're doing. Because once you get in office, it's too late to say, we're on the menu instead of at the table. To that end, what is the inspiration behind the Ring of Truth political party being formed? Thank you, sir.
Awesome. Well, the what's behind the party being formed is when you look at the political climate there and ask people if they want to get involved. There's a hopelessness there. You'll find a hopelessness. It's not all the way there, right? It's not everybody, but from time to time, it keeps coming up where people just don't want to get involved. I just say, like, they say something like, I throw my hands up. I don't want to get involved in that. And it's kind of sad to see that, being that we're the United States of America. And so I'm interested in people really getting inspired by our country again and being hopeful about leadership, about the possibility of things can be better, things can be greater, instead of the resignation of not wanting to be a part of things and already knowing that this doom and gloom is going to be there, and that's simply untrue. So the Ring of Truth political party is about having that ring of truth that's ringing, that, like, wait a minute, you're hearing something that's leading you to the facts. So it's a party of facts. It's a party that is for the Constitution. The Bill of Rights is for people. It's not a party that's against anybody, because we feel that if you're against, you continue to be against Americans, then we're not the United States if we're against everybody. So we want to bring everybody together and have people to be united. Look at the things that we do have in common. Look at the things that are that have the other nations wanting to be like us, the other nations and wanting to come to our country. Why are these people losing their lives trying to come to America if we have nothing great about us anymore? Because to say that we don't have anything great about us is untrue. It's a lie. So I want to look at the ring of truth. We are the United States of America, and we are a force to be reckoned with still to this day. And that is part of the message of the Ring of Truth political party.
Barack, you're going to be the governor, so I'm going to wear out Barack now, because when you become governor, you're going to say, you had to call me Governor Obama. Barack, can I say this? When I take myself off the screen, the reason for that is because I want our audience to get used to seeing your face, hearing the words, the ring of truth that's coming out of your mouth. Because this weekend, I listened to many politicians giving great speeches.
Mm-hmm.
There was no ring of truth. They were sound bites. Let's do together. Let's get it together. Even here in Oakland. And I just mentioned how we just voted out a mayor and her crony and put in council people and a new mayor. And I'm wondering, is there a ring of truth here in Oakland? And if you're listening, newly elected politician, I hope ring of truth rings in your ear, because if not, we'll be discussing you shortly. To that end, why is it important that for this party to be in existence today? Thank you, sir.
Oh, well, good question. Well, to have a different side of what was stated earlier, to why this party really needs to be in existence is so people can have a place to stand, a place that they can call their own, a place that is new, and we can rally together and build it together. So, and it's like a young little baby, right? And you think about this baby and it's going to grow up. What kind of person is it going to be? So this party is like that. It's something that does not have the, I guess, baggage that's been there, what have you. And it's an opportunity for us to learn from our mistakes of the past and learn from our successes of the past, from the different parties that were here before, and bring all of that goodness into the Ring of Truth political party. And we want the Ring of Truth political party. We want the other parties to take our ideas. We want them to get a little more truth in there, because the Americans are going to benefit. Where there's truth, there's freedom. So that's why it's very important.
I want to say this, audience, and I want you to listen carefully, because I know even when the show's over, people come back and watch the show. Barack, every time I talk to you, you gaze off to the left, mm-hmm. because the truth part of your side is in the left side of your brain. You know that, right?
Yeah.
The creative side, and audience, I don't know if you know that I learned this from working at big corporations. When a person's lying, they look to the right, because that's the creative side, the exaggerating side.
Right.
Every time I've talked to you over the past year, Mr. Barack D. Obama Shaw, you look to the left and you pull the truth out. And audience, this is why this man needs to be the governor of the state of California, because we got too many politicians looking over the right, the creative side, the lying side, the side that they'll say anything to get elected. And it's sad, because Black America, how's that working for you? To that end, What do you feel the party can provide for the community? And take all the time you need to elaborate on that. It's all on you.
Right. So as we are looking to qualify for the 2024 presidential primary, be a part of that, it's going to take thousands of people to come together. So it's an opportunity for leadership. It's an opportunity for building teams. It's an opportunity to for people to perfect who they are, to be able to represent themselves. So, because we're interested in creating leaders, because that's in essence what people have been complaining about. But this is an opportunity for people, instead of saying looking for uh, how bad it is, or looking for how bad someone is, we can look for leadership. We can look for it. It's well, who do you know that's a leader? How when you're saying this person is this way, that person is that way, and are you looking for leaders? Are you asking for leaders? Are you developing leaders? That's the only way this is going to happen. It takes work to develop a leader, and because it's kind of like weeds. Weeds just grow. You plant the flowers, and the weeds grow. You don't have to. Let me import some weeds from another country. No, they just grow, right? But leadership, we have to do our part to develop leaders. That's the way it is. Because many people have put a hand in my life to make me the man that I am. I didn't get here by myself. And this is an opportunity. I think it's also an opportunity to give back. So whatever you've learned in your life, this is an opportunity to give back, give to somebody else. It's something bigger than yourself, and something we can call our own. And to something that we can say truly is new. In every
Well,
stretch of imagination, it's new. Ring of Truth Party.
Barack the Obama Shaw, I've had the great opportunity to learn under Pamela Price, Elisa Victory, and a host of other politicians who won their second time around. And one of the things I'm going to share with you, and also my Oakland, Alameda County, state of California, national, that I'm going to fight to make sure that I share all the things that I've learned that's going to put a powerful person such as yourself, a man, a true fighter for all people, into the governor's office. And that's why I extended earlier my hand for you, my handout for you to come to Sacramento, because I truly believe when our California delegates, which I am one, hear your word and feel the passion that you have to make our neighborhoods better, our communities better, our parks better, our city better, our county better, and our state better, you're going to start getting the recognition that you so richly deserve. So keep up the great work. I am so proud that I met you about a year ago today, because when I talk to you, if more of our politicians would have a ring of truth instead of a bunch of crap that they throw out, and then when they get in office, they boo boo all over the people, we wouldn't have such degradation and third world country look in the city of Oakland, California. And second, and second, we have politicians who get in office and forget about people who helped them get there.
Yeah.
So, to that end, I understand that the Ring of Truth political party is attempting to qualify for the March 5th, 2024 presidential primary election. How easy is it for people to register and to select? Ring of Truth as their preferred party. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So it's so simple. Most people, well, a lot of people who are already registered to vote, you just go to the register to vote California website and push re-register and just go through those prompts. They'll ask you the questions, and also it may be also a good idea to update your phone number, your address. Things change, right? It's a great opportunity to do that. And then you can your party preference. You can select other, and then in that little box, type out "Ring of Truth," and that's it. And push save, and you're set.
Well, information to select Ring of Truth political party. First, go to register2vote.ca.gov. Second, select register to vote now. Third, choose other party and type in Ring of Truth and press save. And this will update your voting information. If you have a driver's license number, the system will give you the opportunity to select that particular signature for your form. If you don't have a driver's license, driver's license with the DMV, just print the form and mail it in. We will also keep you posted on registration drives on priceless politics. I like that. Pricelesspolitics.com. Ring of Truth political party is also available at the Registrar of Voters. If you want to pop by and do it in person. You know, we have a few extra minutes here, and I'd like to say this. What can you share? Because, I have an awesome producer. She's a behind the scenes person, and she is pro Barack Obama Shaw.
All right.
She's gonna get you elected. She is one of the reasons why I thought about getting you down to the next convention in Sacramento, which is an hour from here. So we can be down there in an hour, have a wonderful time at your booth where people can meet you and greet you, and you can share the word, have literature to give out. Because once again, audience, we got too many shyster politicians. We got too many lie to your face and stab you in the back politicians. I'm going to give a shout out to a woman who was just elected, Madam Pamela Price. She said that she was going to shake up the district attorney's office, and that's what she has done. Yeah, and you know what I'm talking about. We're going to try to get her on the show so that she can talk about some of the things that she is doing. Everything she said she's going to do, she has done, getting people out of that office who their mission in the past had been to imprison many black and brown brothers and sisters that they can do. White people got passes for the same crime that black people were getting decades of prison sentence for. So, as we are coming to a close, we have 6 minutes, and my producer has sent me a text saying, "Stay on point." I will turn the screen over to you and ask you, can you tell our audience, we got 6 minutes before I get clubbed in the head by my producer.
Mm-hmm.
Tell our audience why you think that you are the best person to be the governor for the great state of California, because the message that you're going to give here is the message that we're going to share moving forward, not on this show, but future shows to come. Thank you, sir.
So one of the examples is looking at what's missing that would make the difference here. Like looking at what does California need to be to get to the next level. And so that's why I would hear when I'm talking to people about the political climate and the need for another political party to be here. The Ring of Truth, I think, is a big example of someone looking out for our country as well as California, and just being forward thinking. So it's something that that's bigger than me. It's something that it's just wanted and needed. And so I'm going to constantly be coming up with these types of ideas and initiatives to make a difference for California, and not just me with Ring of Truth. This is going to be for many politicians to be on this platform after I'm gone from here. You know, after I pass on to the next life, someone could be speaking about the Ring of Truth, because that's essential for where we're headed with artificial intelligence. And people are going to need to know the facts. They're going to have to know who they're really talking to, if this is really true, what I'm getting, that what actions I really need to take. So the facts are going to, as people move forward in the future toward the different elections that are showing up, the need for knowing what is the truth is going to be the number one question of the day. So we have to have that, and that's why I recommend you voting for me to be governor of the state of California.
My producer, once again, she is a awesome producer. One day I can't wait to share you. I'm glad I have a few minutes left. I missed a question here. If someone was to select Ring of Truth political party as their party preference, will this stop them from voting Republican or Democrat? Thank you, sir.
No, absolutely not. So it is what it says. It's party of preference, and we're standing that with Ring of Truth. We're standing that people have a party preference, but they actually vote for their candidate, not for their party.
You know what? One last question, which I've already asked, but I want the audience to feel this before we close out the show today. Once again, tell our audience how you came up with the Ring of Truth, because we need to hammer home. We need to hammer home that we have got to stop being bamboozled, run amok, led astray. Tell us one more time as we close out. Thank you, sir.
So it's the climate of the hopelessness. People just don't believe anymore. They don't believe anything a lot of times. It's too much trouble. It's too hard. It's not worth my time. So we want to throw a monkey wrench in that old saying. Those because if you tell a lie over and over and over again, you'll believe it as the truth. And America has so many great things about it. Politics even has some great things about it. It's just we get what we look for, and it's just totally untrue to just only be speaking about the bad over and over again. And it's not. It's it's counterproductive in terms of I believe it causes mental illness if you keep your mind on the negative all the time, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. No, we have some great things that are happening in California. We have great things that are happening in the Black communities. We have great things that are happening in our country. And Ring of Truth is standing to be a great political party for the people of today and the future.
Audience, you heard it here. Breaking news. Mr. Barack D. Obama, Ring of Truth. Audience, if you're tired of hearing that same old I'm gonna get you sucker politician, and that's what they do. They call us suckers and they get us. We need to stop getting got, and we need to start getting the same type of resources, the same type of help in all areas, whether you be black, brown, or white. And we definitely know black and brown areas have been devastated by the lies and the deceit and the conning of these elected officials who get in office after swearing to doing what's best for the people and not doing anything for the people and enriching themselves. And most importantly, the millionaire and billionaire have access to power while the common day Joe and Jane get screwed. You heard it here on the Black Business Roundtable on blackusa.news on Donnie Glover, YouTube. Thank you. See him on, him being Barack D. Obama, at Barack Denzel, hashtag Barack Denzel, or Facebook, Barack Denzel, hashtag Barack Obama 4, and that's the numeral 4, GOVCA, hashtag Young Obama Shaw. Visit his website at pricelesspolitics.com/. Mr. Barack D. Obama, you have the full commitment of the Black Business Roundtable as we stand for Black politics, strengthening Black politics, Black businesses, strengthening Black businesses, and fighting racism that continuously plague this country every day, every week, every month by these shyster elected politicians. We thank you for coming on the show today, sir. We'll see you next time. Have a good night. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Been a pleasure.
Thank you, Mr. Donnie Glover of blackusa.news. And be sure to tune in to Donnie Glover, the Donnie Glover Show with my man, my friend, my mentor, my colleague, my forever brother, Donnie Glover on Mondays. Chap and Friend on Mondays. Party Marty, Let's Talk on Tuesday. Black USA Crypto News with Kamal Hubbard, a brother who is one of the most enlightened brothers, enlightened people on cryptocurrency and blockchain blockchain. On Saturdays, my sister, the Black Hour Live from New York with Taj Mir. On Sunday, 60 Minutes in Black USA and with Michael Haney, my brother. The Beverly Francis Show on Sundays with Beverly L. Smith. To join the Black Business Roundtable advertising family or to be a possible guest on the show, reach us via our email at bbrt2021@hotmail.com. Include your company name, address, website, company phone number, and social media page info to get to our email address, bbbrt2021@hotmail.com for vetting consideration. Who are you following on Instagram? Follow a few of those we follow. At Barack Denzel, at Urban Cowgirl 510, at Millennium Democrat, at Mask Law Student, at Shane for Oakland, at Priforce, at Arc Republic, at Justice for Pushan Brown, at 100,000 Trees, at Rex Pickett, at Pamela Price Cares, at Victory for, and that's FOR Oakland. If you want to be in the know and reach our audience, then join the BBRT advertising family, or to be a possible guest on the show, reach us via our email at bbrt2021@hotmail.com. Include your company name, address, website, company phone number, and social media page info to our email address, bbrt2021@hotmail.com, for vetting consideration. Continue to share hashtag stand with Carlton of Raleigh, North Carolina. Once again, stand with Carlton of Raleigh, NC 2022. Also, hashtag driving while black, Michael Thrash, Taylor County, TX. And I knew Michael Thrash when we were in high school, when we were in junior high, elementary. This brother is one of the most honest, loving, caring individuals. And for what happened to him down in Texas, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. Shame, 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 shame. Also, we love animals, and our team member went to Lodi to support their protest, May 27, 2023. Instagram at Justice for, and that's FOR, Enzo, or online, hashtag Justice for, and that's FOR, Enzo, and hashtag Chris Kelly Foundation, the dog tased to death by Lodi, California Police Department. Hashtag Enzo Law for all pets nationally. We have to stop this police brutality. Now they're not, at first they were just beating up on black and brown people. Now they're killing dogs. Hashtag boycott Lodi and hashtag boycott Lodi wine. Audience, this has been an outstanding show today. 1 hour show special. Thank you for joining us today. We look forward to seeing you every Thursday at 4 p.m. Pacific time on the BlackUSA.News network on YouTube and Facebook. Thank you, audience, for tuning in. And remember, together, we can listen, we can learn, and we can share. Because I know you care. This is Doug Blackshear and Dr. Ashley Coleman, returning soon, of the Black Business Roundtable. God bless. Have a great night, and we'll see you next week. Thank you.